Hey, Jimbo here, Old School Moto. Starting a new video this week, more of the engine, part 2. Okay, so as you remember, we got this case all cleaned up, and I'm just going to show you how I did it with the other case. I've taken the gearbox out and other bits and pieces. Yeah, and we're just going to clean that one up, and yeah, just quickly show you how easily it cleaned up. Okay, so this is the whole setup. Got a drill with a little wire wheel, just that kind of thing. Got a nylon brush, a big one and a small one. Got an actual little wire brush. These two are brass, plus a razor blade just for scratching anything. And there in the tub is just some kerosene. So I'll set the camera up and yeah, we'll just do a little bit of scrubbing, and I'll just do a little piece and show you what it's like. Okay, so here it is. Got the nylon brush, just wet it all a bit, just where I want to clean. So I'm just going to clean this little part here and just show you what I don't know how easy it is, or maybe how uneasy it is, depending on what you like. So that's that, and this one is the wire brush. And yeah, it's coming off pretty easy. And just grab that rag and just show you that little part. So you can see, you know, it's not too bad. I got that's a brass one. I mean, I think that the wire one takes off the most of it, and you can get into it with the brass one. Okay, so you can see that there. So I'll do a little bit more. I'll turn the camera off and I'll do a little bit more, and then I'll show you what I've done, because I think it's just, I don't know, I hate boring video where you just see someone doing some shit. Let's I'll do this part and we'll have a look at the result. Okay, so you can see I've cleaned up this part here. I've still got a bit more to go with scrubbing and stuff, but in all the deep corners, obviously the brush doesn't get in there, so that's where this comes into play. And for example, just in here, okay, probably need a cleaner rag, but you can see, should be able to see just in there, it's cleaned all that out. So look, it hasn't taken too long to do this. It's a lot of discoloring. You can see the black kind of mottling in there. Well, that's just, you know, water's obviously sat in there for over time. Every time it's been cleaned, and it's just sat in there, and it's, you know, what do you call it, aluminium oxidizing. So, but yeah, I'm going to do that. There's a little bit in here, just do all around here, in here, just with the wheel. And the next time you see this, it should be all finished. Okay, here we are, all cleaned up. Obviously a bit more just scrubbing and that to do, but that's done for today. I'll clean up all inside and get them all sorted. But yeah, that's how it come up. So that's a little bit damp, so when it's dry I can get in there with that little drill and clean all that up, and it'll come up. I'll give this one another going over as well, and they'll look really sweet.
Okay, so it's been a bit of a slow week this week, just with other work and business and shit going on. So all I've really done is sweet fuck all. But I did re-zinc all the engine bolts and got the cases ready. But on our way today, on the way out to work this morning, going to drop in and pick up the new engine bearings and seals, and the plan is tomorrow to start putting that back together. So yeah, that's pretty much this week. It's been shit. Anyway, such is life. But yeah, all good. Okay, obviously someone needs a haircut. But all right, so I got the bearings and seals for the crankcase, and can start putting the bottom end back together, which is great. Feeling a little bit under the weather today, but fucking whatever, it's got to be done. Yeah, so there we go. And here's something pretty cool, I guess. So the inner race slides out and fits onto the crank. So one really cool thing is you can put the crank in the freezer, heat these up, slide them on, whoops, and then obviously the reverse, put those in the freezer, heat up that and drop them in, and because that slides in and out of there nice and free, it's going to be nice and easy to put the crank back together. I was sort of wondering, like, I know that they were on there very tight, and I thought, oh fuck, put the bearings on, you have to bash the bearing on, you could damage the bearing, blah blah blah, but that actually makes it, to me, quite easy. So yeah, like I just said, heat on there, cold on there, should be easy to fit, and obviously the reverse on that, easy to fit, and then that's on the crank, that's in the case, just slide straight in. Should be friggin' awesome. Yeah, and got the seal for this side of the crankcase, and yeah, so I'm gonna blow this all out, this and the other side, blow it all out, clean it, make sure it's clean. Shut the fuck up! Sounds like I got the message. Yeah, so clean all this up, blow it all out, put it all back together, and all going well, we can have the bottom end sitting in there by the end of the weekend, and that will be fantastic, because I have got the top end all together. I'm waiting on a set of clutch plates, that's all, and that's theoretically everything. So she's very close. Okay, so feeling a little bit better today, and the whole point of this video was going to be to put the bottom end of the engine together, but I ran into a little problem which I'll show you right now, and means that it's just going to be delayed. So alright, so yeah, have a look at this. So this is the old bearing, or one of the old bearings. That ruined thing is the other one. So with it, the center slides out. Now see, this one's got a ridge on it, and to my detriment, the one I ordered doesn't have the ridge on it. So the problem with that is that when it's on the crank,
that little ridge is going to keep it in position on the bearing on both sides, which is going to keep the crank centered. Now if I used these bearings, then the crank is going to have what, 3-4 mil float on each side, which is no good and would cause a lot of damage to the cases. So yeah, everything's on hold. So what I've been doing is just cleaning up clutch cases and bits and pieces, so all the boring stuff. But the good thing is that we're going to get the parts, like I was just saying a little bit earlier, that the good thing about the bearings like this is that the center you can take out and fit to the crank. The outer you can put into the case. Then when you assemble it, it just slides together. There's no, like with the Japanese bikes and bearings, there's like bashing it into the case and then trying to force the crank into it and blah blah blah. So it becomes very easy, I reckon, which is cool. I like it. But yeah, that's where it's all at. So unfortunately a bit of a shit video this time, and not much we can do about it, but that's life. That's KTM life apparently. Okay, look, thanks for watching, and yeah, hopefully next week we've got something a little bit more substantial to show. Cheers.